Watch your step. Wouldn't want you to slip. Stop right there. I don't get many visitors. None I trust, at least. What do you want? I don't care about your name, so don't waste time worrying about mine. Let's just say I'm someone who knows enough to stay alive, despite the odds. You ask too much, outsider. Some things are best left buried. Now, tell me why you're really here, or leave before someone less forgiving finds you. Nope, no adventure here. Just me, minding my own business. And I strongly advise you to do the same. Leave quietly, and forget that we ever met.
You really found it? Good, good. We'll make our way there immediately. At night, when the weirdness is strongest, maybe we can pull free of each other. Thank you, traveler.
I sense the presence of a soul. The veil stirs. I awaken. I am the observation construct, set here long ago by my creators. Of them, no trace remains, only silence. Yet you bear the soul mark of a creator. Faint, flickering, but there. Shall I speak what I have seen? All at once. Would you know of the living that pass through this place? Or the signs carved upon stone? Or the bones and the other still organic matter? So be it. Many come, small lives, clawed and toothsome. They bicker, they fight, they devour. Be wary. None like you have passed this way in many cycles. None who bore such light in the soul. The stone is painted history. The first carved their truths into the walls. Signs not bound by the turning of time. I watched as stars marked their days. The gut of the mountain, the giant's eye. The sky bore witness when the primordial fell. The pattern remains for those who know how to follow it, but few now do. One rests still, a skull of the first, cradled on a pedestal, delicate, revered. Perhaps the old tales speak true, that the creators sprang from those ancient ones. The signs point that way. But to say more would be beyond my knowing. A greater construct would be needed. I do not know this word. I was woken by the hand of creators, or perhaps by their will. That is enough. I wake to presence. I rest when the world falls silent. The watch is ended, for now. When another soul walks this ground, I shall wake once more. Take this as a memento of our meeting. Time is not mine to measure. No sun reaches this place. If you seek such knowledge, find the one the creators named Time Construct. Or ask the construct for watching Outlanders. He counts the days, or so it's said.
'Tis just a flesh. Just a flesh wound.
You're from outside, aren't you? Silly question. You don't look like anyone from the tribes. Tell me, do you know anything about One Eye? Where he's stationed now? Of course. I'm Olwyn of the Spain tribe, though I don't know if they'll let me keep that name after running away like this. But I don't care. My tribe isn't what it used to be. I doubt anyone's still alive anyway. I don't know if I can talk about it. It's still too raw, you know? Something terrible happened. Truly terrible. Our god, the Lord of the Hunt, he got out. Out of wherever he was being kept. And then he did what gods like him do. He hunted. Faithful or not, it didn't matter. There was so much blood. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it. Even under normal circumstances, that would be risky. Our archers would drop you the moment you stepped on our land. I don't know how many are left, but if I were you, I'd go to Gurfhan first. He can give you a pass, so you can visit the tribes without, well, getting shot. So if you value your life, go to the capital first. After that, wander as much as you like. So, about One Eye. No way. He actually pulled it off. I heard rumors he wanted to strike a deal with the Southerners, but I never thought he'd manage it. Well, thank you for the information, and see you in better times.
think you lost your way. Turn back and be on your way. This is the village of the Sven tribe. Whatever you're looking for, you won't find it here. Then maybe you'll find something, especially since you have the seal and all. What's the message? I doubt the chieftain has time for that right now, but you could deliver the message if he even agrees to see it. The path is open, but don't stay too long.
Outsider, you chose a bad time to wander through our lands. Tell me, do you hunt? That's how it should be. Treat your prey with respect. Never take more than you need. Not so hard, if you even know that much. Is it? Trying to understand. Someone's been hunting in our woods. Though, hunting isn't the right word. It's slaughter. They leave carcasses to rot, pierce the hides so they can't be used. I can't fathom it. No idea. Though some of the stag fathers chosen fled the woods, might have even survived. They of all people should know the rules of the hunt. Wouldn't surprise me if they chose to ignore them. Wouldn't say no to that. Normally I'd go myself, but we still need to bury the dead, tend to the wounded. No time for hunting, not even for justice. Fine, bring me the head of that butcher, whoever it is, and I'll make sure you're rewarded. I'm Vesna, huntress, wife of Vragi. I try. The others need that. Vragi and I got lucky. We still have each other. I'm trying to take care of those who don't. I spend most of my time alone in the woods. I'm used to keeping quiet. Vragi talks enough for both of us. Watch your step. The woods aren't kind. If you're here to talk, speak plainly. Watch your step.
You came late. Some of us stayed. Most of us didn't. If you're looking for survivors, you won't find many. Our god rose and tore the ground open. Half the village went with him. Half stayed behind. Away forever. Into the lands of the eternal hunt. My sons are gone now. Both of them. I buried what I could, and the rest I left to the sky. Now I pray so that I remember how to live without them. I buried the bodies. I will mend the roof. I will plant what seed we have left. There's nothing else to do. I was raised to worship, not to cry. If a god calls you home, you answer. If he leaves you standing, you pray harder. The road takes as much as it gives.
Who might you be? Are you the messenger of the Stagfather, the one Glirna foretold? If she's right for once, well, that'd be a first. You're a little late, by the way. Ah, perhaps that's for the best. The last thing we need is another self-proclaimed prophet causing trouble. As you can see, I've got enough on my plate. I'm Barlam, the chieftain. Welcome to the Svinelands, with a tribe that's just ceased to exist. Can't you see? I won't speak of it further. Not with outsiders. See this? One of those bodies belongs to my son, Jens. He fought bravely to the very end. May the ancestors grant him a place at their table. May the unrealm of the hunt show him mercy. It's a damn shame his god failed him. You just had to be stubborn, didn't you, kid? Hey, no point wasting breath. What's done is done. Most of the Svine tribe is gone. Let me guess. He wants to call the moot. He's been trying for years, and every time I've had to refuse. Not because I want to. I know the moot is sacred law. But above that law is my duty to protect the tribe. And as you can see, I've failed. The Svine tribe is gone. Not having a tribe is what's holding me back. Can you turn back time? Bring my people back to life? No? That's what I thought. I don't know you, and if Gerfan thinks I'll trust someone from outside the tribes on his word alone, he's showing weakness, especially now. But I do have a solution. Find Kjell. If she vouches for you, I'll honor the voice of the tribe's request, and I'll let you help us, if that's even possible. She should be nearby. She'll have a task for you, something to prove you can be trusted. Once that's done, meet me here. Maybe then I'll share something more.
A face I don't know, that's rare. Counting the years, naming the dead. Stones remember what we forget. Births, deaths, oaths taken, oaths broken. The things that matter more than whoever's shouting the loudest at the moment. Parchment rots, ink fades. Stone stays where you leave it. Even if the village burns, a stone half buried will still speak if someone listens. Nothing is ever truly gone. You can chisel out a name, but the scar stays. Sometimes scars speak louder than the clean stone. Maybe, but carving is no small thing. Be careful of what you ask to leave behind. Oaths cost more than stone. Be sure before you bind yourself. What oath do you swear? Then the stone will burden you with names the world forgot. Take You picked a damned bad time to show your face here. Outsiders in the village are rarely good news. But now, after what happened, don't you think we have enough trouble without you? Sure, that's what all outsiders say, until trouble finds them. Anyway, watch yourself. One wrong move, and you'll have more than just me to deal with. Our whole village will be on you. At least, what's left of us. What do you want? Well then, the two of you aren't talking. I don't know you, and I'm not vouching for you. The sooner you leave the village, the better. For you, and for... Wait, hold on. There is one thing you could help me with. One of our hunters went to the cave nearby, and hasn't returned. With everything that happened here, I forgot all about him. If you want to prove yourself, find out what happened to him. And don't come back empty-handed. Good. We haven't even buried the bodies yet. And you're already sniffing around. Here's some advice. It's not your business, so stay out of it. There's nothing more to say.
Don't know you. You looking to buy hides, meat, or something else? Oh, Sagar, a cook. The hunters bring me game, and I'll break it down into meat, hides, and bones. Cook the meat, tan the hides, use the bones to make tools and parts for weapons. All of it's for sale. If you want to survive out here, you use everything you got. You're here. This fiend, unknown for the hunters. The chieftain is Barlam. And if the tribe survives, his son Vragi will probably take over. I misspoke. Forget it.
This isn't the best time to visit the village, but come in. If you need a healing potion or herbs, I can probably help. We're dealing with a curse. The Stagfather's curse? That damned crone brought it upon us. I'm sure of it. Our god has turned against us. He used to bless us with game, fruits, and herbs, but not long ago, something possessed him. The hunters stopped returning from the woods. Monsters started emerging from the forest, and it just kept getting worse. Only if the gods themselves sent you, but I doubt that's the case. You could try speaking to Barlam, but I'm not sure he's in the mood to deal with an outsider right now. The witch condemned my husband to a fate worse than death. She said it was necessary, that it would fix everything. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be telling all this to a stranger, but I had to get it off my chest. Glerna, the priestess of the Stagfather. I've lived 40 years, and for as long as I can remember, she's been as dry and wrinkled as an old parchment. She thinks she runs the village, not Barlam, and he lets her with all her spells and seals. We honor Mother too, but not as fervently as Theud, Ulfa, and certainly not like the Volker. Mother is the Mother Goddess, but we're closer to the Lord of the Hunt. Her ways of trying to keep the Stagfather at bay. Shame she doesn't use them on herself, only on my husband. I've said too much already. Forget it.
A visitor from outside the tribe, eh? Welcome. I'm Hjarn. If you're after weapons, armor, tools, or simple healing potions, you've come to the right place. Times are hard, so people are cautious, but I've seen plenty in my time, and the Sven tribe has weathered worse and always come out stronger. And I must admit, I'm also somewhat curious about your presence, as it's been a long time since I last traded with someone from outside the Dalrita. Years have passed since one of your kind set foot in the village. In the old days, everyone was mostly on their own. You could only rely on your own wits and the strength of your hands. I think what matters more now is the tribe as a whole. You can rely on others more, rather than having to depend entirely on yourself. That has its pros and cons. A community gives you strength and a sense of security, but when you're spending a cold, lonely night in the wilderness, it doesn't help much. In those moments, you've got nothing but your wits and the strength of your own hands to rely on. That's true. A strong individual can survive in the wild, but without a tribe, they won't build anything lasting. A tribe without strong people will fall apart quickly. It's good that you understand that. You have the wisdom of someone older. How can I help you? That's right, all crafted by my own hands. Don't look so surprised. Back in my day, it was nothing out of the ordinary. Everyone in the tribe had to know how to stitch leather, forge knives, and identify herbs. Survival basics. What brings you to me this time? As you can see, I've got a wide selection here, so take your time and look around. You smell of change, outsider. Good. Change is what our tribe desperately needs. Some roots reach too deep, grow too vast, and end up ruining everything. Atli, I'm Glearna's apprentice. One day, I'm meant to take her place, if the need ever arises. I have a feeling I'm about to lose everything. My tribe, my past, myself. The Stagfather tainted everything. Even the one thing I hoped would always remind me of where I came from. Yes, it was a tree. When I was 6, Glearna took me to a clearing and gave me a seed. She said my mother brought it from the Thewed lands, so I'd have something to remember where I came from. She helped me plant it, holding my tiny hands. Said it would grow with me. It got twisted. It's all wrong now. I wanted to fix it, but I can't even get close. It keeps bearing monsters, and I'm no warrior, only Glearna's apprentice. I'm afraid those things will come here one day, and this village can't take any more losses. Really? You would? Here, I created a sigil, but it has to be written in blood on the bark. It should stop the corruption, and maybe I can still heal it. Thank you. This means the world to me. In a way, she was never a mother to me, but she was there. She made me her apprentice. I could barely fit the pestle in my palm, and I was already crushing herbs, throwing them into potions. Glearna used to say my mother's blood was strong in me, that it made me the perfect successor, though I doubt that will ever happen. I think she'll outlive Avalon itself. It's hard to truly believe in something once you know it exists, isn't it? Do I think he's worth worshipping? I'm a Svein, first and foremost. I understand better than most what the forest gives us, but I also know what it can take. It's hard to blame a god for following the call of his nature. Not really. Glearna told me she saw her coming in the fire. She saw my name in the ashes that were scattered by the wind all over the village. That's how she knew she couldn't turn my mother away, and that my place was among the Svein. Only what everyone says, that they're good with magic, that they dream, and the dreams give them visions. I don't like dreaming. I don't know why. I have this feeling that one day I'll fall into a dream and never wake up. I prefer the bones. They don't lie, and they rarely demand more than I can give. I hope the forest is kind to you.
Your gold belongs to us!
My son, I want to return. Pray to the Lord of the Hunt. Bragi, pray for me. Let me come back. Little one, I will come to you. Just pay tribute to the Stag Father.
Stop. I don't want to hurt you. I am Sigrun. I know what I look like. My old body rotted away in the earth. And now, this is all I have. I didn't have much choice. Of course, he's afraid. He remembers what happened to me at that shrine. I gave my soul to the Stag Father, I thought I was ready, but I was too weak. The Lord of the Hunt began to take control of me. I could feel my thoughts slipping. The Stag Father was taking my mind and spirit. Piece by piece, I tried to fight back. But even when I managed to push him away for a moment, it drained all my strength. I clung to the thoughts of my husband and my son. But it wasn't enough. I was becoming less and less human. More and more like one of the Stagfather's beasts. I couldn't let the transformation go any further, for the sake of the tribe. For Chieftain Baalam and my Vragi. Please, give this necklace to Vragi. He made it for me, and I was buried with it. Tell him I desperately want to see him one last time. Tell him that...
Ah! No!
That's me. It's true. It's been a while since we last communicated. She must be wondering what's been going on with me. Well, she'll have to forgive me. My current work is far more important than my obligations to the Guild. That might sound arrogant, but it's the truth. Kind that could be a breakthrough for humanity's survival on Avalon. Do you really think Camelot can protect Avalon's people from the looming weirdness? Let me tell you this, Camelot cannot protect anyone. Its weakness, corruption, and subservience have doomed it. But the Dalriata, they are not inflicted by those flaws. I want to extract the essence of the tribe's nature, the very thing that makes them superior to all other inhabitants of Avalon. I'm certain it holds the key to survival. In the face of the looming catastrophe, should I care about cost? That's nonsense. The time for tallying costs is long behind us. Now we must focus on how to become strong enough to survive, not on the weak, who will perish anyway. Will you help me with this? To create my formula, I need a substance that acts as... well, I won't get into the details. I need the slime of a giant snail. You can find them here in the Forlorn swords. Of course, you won't get the slime without a fight, but I have a feeling that won't be a problem for you. Excellent. The sooner you complete this task, the sooner I can get back to work. Remember, what we're doing here will be remembered in Avalon's history.
Try not to get too comfortable.
If you're here to talk, speak plainly. So, it was one of the Stagfather's chosen ones. Slaughtering most of our village wasn't enough. He had to butcher the animals too. Scum. I'll toss his head out to rot. Let the worms feed on it. At least he'll be useful to the land. Here. You've done a good thing. It shouldn't go unrewarded. Watch where you step. I'm listening. Watch where you step.
You're here to speak with Claire now? Or with me? Yes? Oh, thank you so much. I don't know if our tribe will stay here, but even if we don't, there will still be my mark on this place. Proof that I existed, that I wasn't just a dream. This is for you. I know it's not enough. Not for what you've done for me. I can only promise I will not forget your kindness. I should get back to my work. Be safe out there. You're not hurt, are you? I should get...
What do you want? What? You went to the bottomless cave? And you made it out alive? That's impossible! It would have torn you apart in an instant. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of you. We don't need outsiders here. Definitely not now. But you've proven you have what matters most to the swine. Strength of spirit and the will to survive. Go talk to Barlam, our chieftain. He'll probably find some use for you. I can't tell you more than that. Barlam will decide what you need to know. What, you want a tour now? Want me to introduce you to every corpse? Even the dead wouldn't bother talking to outsiders, let alone the living, who've got their own problems. Much livelier. There was more noise, less dead silence, and it smelled of hearth smoke and roasting meat, not blood. He's been in charge for as long as I can remember, and ruled wisely, fairly even. But turns out he was too lenient with some of us. And you see where that kind of weakness leads. Yeah, I shoot strangers who can't hold their tongue. Besides that, I hunt. Best in the village. Was already true before most of the hunters got themselves killed. It is. Unless your goal is to freeze or get eaten by something mean. Then it's real easy. But we'll survive, even if there's only a handful of us left. And you, if you can't take care of yourself, you can always move on. I sure as hell won't stop you. Break a leg, or both. Memory.
Kill you, maybe. But the fact that you're still breathing only proves your strength and your determination. You survived Kjell's trial, which means you've proven yourself worthy of knowing what we're up against. The Stagfather happened. A bunch of fanatics called him into this world. They claimed that when he arrived, he would devour everyone, then choose his own and grant them their rightful place in the afterlife. You can see how well that turned out. And that's how the story of the Svine tribe ends. I doubt we'll ever recover from this. He is our most important god, the one we worshipped in the homelands. And we brought him here with us. He watched over us, blessed us with an abundance of game. In return, he had our unwavering devotion. But, as it often happens, some became blindly devoted, while others began to doubt. And the first group decided that the rest were unworthy of the Stagfather's grace. So they set him loose, to kill the entire tribe. The faithful joined him. The unbelievers were slaughtered. One of ours, Gudry, did something completely suicidal, with the help of our shamaness. He accepted the god into his body and is trying to keep him contained. But he's growing weaker by the day. We don't have much time before the Stagfather breaks loose again. And trust me, mixing the old gods with the weirdness thickening in these lands is the worst possible combination. We have to act quickly, although I have no idea where to even start. Out of the question. If we don't deal with the Stagfather, what happened here will happen to the rest of the Forlorn swords. And the only thing that's happened so far is you proving you don't bow to fear, and that you know how to handle a weapon. Now, I need someone willing to help the Svine tribe. Well, that's a good question. Because I have no idea All I know is that we need to find a way to get rid of the Stagfather once and for all. Gudry won't be able to hold on much longer, and when he gives up, we're all lost. Go find Glirna. She must know something. She's the shamaness serving the damn thing, and somehow she's keeping Gudry alive. We may not like each other, but I know Glirna isn't a fanatic. She owes as much to her own tribe as she does to the Stagfather. Glirma is our old soothsayer. Very old. When I was a kid, that hag was already as wrinkled as an apple, forgotten in the storehouse for 3 winters. When I was a kid, that hag was already as wrinkled as an apple, forgotten in the storehouse for 3 winters. Her fate has tangled our paths, and we have no choice but to work together. The fate of the tribe is more important than our petty squabbles. If you need to get ready, go see Hjarn. He'll help you with your gear. There's still the cook, Sagar. You can talk to him too. You can sleep in any of the empty houses. I'm sure their previous owners won't mind.
What?
How can I help you? If you...
If you're here to talk, speak plainly. The god I worshipped, or the abomination that massacred our village? Because the god I always felt was the one waiting with me in the woods, sitting in silence, watching me honor the hunt. That thing that attacked us, it didn't hunt, it just killed. It felt alien to me. Watch your step. The woods aren't kind.
Take. So you already know what happened. I fought. We all did. We hunted the bloody god of the hunt. And look how many of us are left. You know what's the worst part? Some of those lunatics who summoned the Stagfather are still alive. Didn't even go far from the village. I'd snap their necks with my bare hands if I could. Barlam forbade it. He doesn't want to risk losing the few hunters we've got left. Without us, the village won't survive. As if Glairna's loons could do anything to me. But I get it, so fair enough. But you're not one of the tribe. Barlam's orders don't apply to you. They're in the woods, west of here, not far. Not even hiding, like they think no one will lay a finger on them. Get rid of them. Avenge the swine, and you'll have our gratitude. Glad you see it that way. We won't forget your help. Have you dealt with them? Shame I didn't get to see them die. Thanks. My tribe won't forget this. Break a leg, or both. You'd better...
You're not hurt, are you? Good. The wind's picking.
forest whispered, the fire screamed, the bones agreed, and at last, here you are, just in time. The horned god told me, before hatred blinded him. He said your paths would cross, that you would bring redemption or ruin. In my dreams, I hear the crack of seals and snapping bones. The horned god, cursed with pain and blood, tears at the bonds I used to bind him. The earth trembles with his fury. Can you feel it? Soon, he will break free. And then we shall pay for calling him with blood, not faith. It's the horned god's domain, a place where time does not flow, beyond the reach of humankind. Once, it was lush and alive, where the hunt was sacred, wild, pulsing with green and the crimson of blood, teeming with beasts and birds in the boughs. I doubt it still is. My disciples, my sons and daughters, they strayed. After the Gunvalda massacre, I and the others who served the horned god could not bear the shame. We heard our kin cry out and turned our heads. We betrayed our blood. The most devout called upon the old powers, out of grief, out of rage, but without reverence or care. They begged the horned god to come and punish us. And he did. Not as a guardian, not as a spirit of the woods. He came as fury, pain, and slaughter. They opened a door, and I gave them the key, in the form of songs, rites, and signs. I didn't think they'd reach so deep into the dark. By the time I saw what they were doing, the earth was already soaked in blood. Yes, Gudri, who took the horned god's fury into himself to save us all. He reached for blood and bone, and let me turn his body and soul into a vessel for the god's essence. I sealed it with wards, like a cage of thorns. But the god's wrath will tear through them, sooner or later. And when that happens, there'll be no saving us. If you want to bind a god, you don't choose the method. You use everything. Old songs stolen from the dead, runes slick with black blood, teeth and claws. The horned god in his hate-twisted form was a nightmare that came to devour us all. The finest warriors of the spine, the pride of our tribe, gave their lives on the altar of battle to weaken him. He cannot be healed. He will not forgive us. But I can try to keep him bound by will, by bone, and by blood. To do that, I need a fragment of his original self, the first trophy. The skull of the first stag ever hunted and offered in sacrifice to the horned god. It will remind him of who he once was. Bind his essence to the first offering, one made out of reverence, not fear. it may hold him in the unrealm of the hunt, long enough for me to complete the rite that will seal him there. It's hidden, tied to the places where we once worshipped the horned god. 3 shrines, as old as the forest itself. But now, they must be destroyed. Each one is guarded by a servant of ancient memory. Kill them. Cast down what still remains upon their altars. Once all 3 fall, the 4th shrine, hidden and forgotten, will reveal itself. The first trophy waits there. No, I saw you in the fire and the bones. Your hand upon the skull. That's why I waited. Go, but be warned. The shrines are no longer sacred. They're fouled by hatred, and the guardians who watch over them do not rest. Until we meet again.